Today I'm in my studio doing some stock photos for myself about one of my favorite foods of all time, cheese, and I realized it would be a good time to talk about how to serve cheeses for parties, doing cheese trays. If you invite me to your house for a party, chances are I will bring wine and cheese. That's a hint. It's something I love to do. I love to eat it. Inevitably, somebody will ask me questions about what did you bring? I don't know anything about cheese. It's intimidating, and it doesn't have to be. If you just pay attention to a few things and ask for help from your cheese shop, you can assemble a cheese tray that everyone will love. When you serve a cheese tray for a party or appetizers, you want to go between 3 and 5 cheeses. For my first shot that I'm going to do, I actually just have 3 different blue cheeses right here. This is a Spanish Valdeon, which is one of my favorites. It's a little drier in texture. This is a French blue, and this one is an American, and it's a lot creamier, and you can kind of just see by touching into it. And they do have a lot of variance in flavor. That's in the way I'm going to eat it. When I get to work for myself or make stock photography, I end up eating half of the stuff anyway. Beautiful, beautiful cheese. So now that that shot's done, I'm probably going to try to do another one and group it this time by country. These are some of my favorite Spanish cheeses over here. We can also kind of keep it grouped by country, style of cheese. Another thing you can do is group cheeses by the type of milk. I'm a fan of goat milk cheese. These are all from here in California. Cypress Grove, one of my favorites because it's one of the best type of cheeses out there. Another way to kind of theme your cheese party is go by state. California, New York, Wisconsin, all make amazing cheeses. I keep it grouped by country or by style because without it, you kind of walk into the cheese shop and you might go crazy. You can't really figure out what you want. So if you kind of go in with an idea, not only does it make it easier to shop, but it's easier to actually plate and serve and to talk about it. If you have any questions, your best friend when it comes to learning about cheese is the cheesemonger, and that's the person behind the counter at your specialty food store. The most important part is they'll give you a taste, and that's like that's the best part about visiting a cheese shop. You can just sit there and eat all the cheeses and discover what you like, because unless you try it, you're not going to know. Now when you're serving cheese, you want to make sure you get it out of the fridge at least an hour before you eat it. It needs to come to room temperature. When cheese is too cold, you don't taste all those beautiful qualities that are inside it. Certain cheeses, like brie, can actually sit out a little bit longer because you want that runny gooiness right there. And who cares if you can't slice it? That's not part of brie's charm. You just scoop it up with a cracker or a piece of fruit. That's good stuff right there. When I'm serving cheese, I always make sure I have a lot of condiments on the side, things that contrast the flavors of the cheeses. Typical things that I'll always have will be olives, candied walnuts. I always make sure I have bread and crackers. You can always do fruit, grapes, apples, pears, figs work wonderfully. Almost any fruit goes well with cheese. It doesn't always have to be fruit either. Vegetables, pieces of celery, carrots, radishes, all work really great on a cheese platter. What I'm excited about though is this little cheese condiment thing from Dean and DeLuca, because what they've done is actually paired everything together. All these things are amazing with almost every sort of cheese you can imagine. If it tastes good, go for it. Just experiment. Whatever tastes good to you is the right choice. Another good day at the studio.